Hi everyone, it is noon. Thanks for being with us. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin by talking about the weather as we head into the weekend. Everyone wanting to know, should they make outdoor plans or not? Thomas Patrick is standing by with a look at somewhat of a little bit of a cloudy day.
Yeah, it's absolutely cloudy, but we have not seen any rain just yet in Spokane. If you're making plans for this weekend, tomorrow is going to be excellent, and Sunday's looking dry as well. But today and every day next week is likely going to have at least some kind of rain chances. So we're still tracking more rain from the same storm system that gave us some rain yesterday and definitely back on Wednesday. That's right, all part of the same storm, which is still over the west coast. At the moment, the rain is moving from east to west because it's curling counterclockwise around that low pressure center, so that's why we have the backwards motion here. But all the rain has been over North Idaho, and look at how it just fizzles the moment it hits the state line here. It's just not completely saturated over Spokane County. Looking over my heads, there are some mid to low level clouds, but it's not like that super low, about ready to rain, at least not just yet. So we'll be watching Doppler radar as it does really appear that the rain is struggling to cross the state line. On the Palouse, looks like another batch of rain just about to move into Moscow. Looks a little bit of a better chance, especially towards Steptoe, Colfax, Pullman, but it's all pretty light stuff at most. At least that's what we've noted. Nothing particularly heavy, no thunderstorms, just mostly light rain where it is falling, especially in these areas. St. Mary's and Wallace are cool spots right now. Still at 55 degrees thanks to those overcast skies. But as I mentioned, the weekend should be our dry days. Saturday hitting about 70 degrees, so fantastic stuff there. Next week, another batch of some cool and rainy weather. So we'll go over that long-term forecast in addition to how much longer the rain might stick around today for those that are seeing the rain currently.
Thomas, thank you. And developing this afternoon, some folks throughout the community, along with some city council members, are outraged to hear that Spokane County Regional Animal Protection Services, otherwise known as Scrapps, had euthanized 13 dogs this Wednesday alone. Spokane County Communications Director Patrick Bell says 7% of animals Scrapps takes in are indeed euthanized, some for terminal health issue, others are deemed just too dangerous to adopt. Volunteers have been seriously injured. A dog, in fact, ripped through a man's bicep. It's too graphic for us to show you.
It really is at the discretion of the veterinarian, who's our expert, and our behavioral specialist to inform that dog's pathway in its next steps.
The founders of an underground rainbow advocacy group claim that many of Scrapp's assessments are sloppy and that the staff often exaggerate. And also they say the staff includes unsubstantiated claims about bite incidents. They point to one dog named Cooper who was euthanized.
When you read Cooper's medical history, they talk about from another adopter saying, oh, he was great with kids. I took him to a school and he was pet by numerous kids every single day. Okay, so which one is it? The recommendations don't even state that he should be euthanized. They state that he can be placed in a home and he had an adopter waiting.
The group is holding a vigil this Sunday from 11 to 3 to remember the dogs that have been euthanized at Scrapp's. All right, this afternoon, a hearing for the man accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students has been pushed now back a month. Brian Kohberger was expected back in court today. However, KREM 2 News has learned that the hearing was canceled because someone got sick. The hearing is to consider Kohberger's motion to dismiss the grand jury indictment against him. His defense team claiming there were numerous issues with the grand jury. The hearing is now scheduled for October 26. And now, more than a month after 2 deadly wildfires tore through Spokane County, the road to recovery is proving to be a long and bumpy one, especially the case when it comes to paying for the damage. And getting federal money from FEMA may not happen. KREM 2's Cody Proctor breaking down where we stand as of this afternoon.
The reason we might not get FEMA funding for the fires is because of the type of help FEMA gives. One is for public assistance and the other is individual assistance. But the difference between them is what makes the difference.
It only took seconds for the Oregon Road and Gray fires to burn down homes, but getting them fixed will take longer than that. Governor Jay Inslee already set aside $1.25 million in emergency funds, which will go towards asbestos testing. But getting help from FEMA remains a question mark. According to Stacy McLean with Washington Emergency Management, who spoke to Spokane County commissioners on Tuesday, The Spokane County fires don't meet the state threshold to get public assistance funding from FEMA, which is about $13 million.
Fortunately and unfortunately, there's not enough damage to meet our state threshold.
According to Medical Lake Mayor Terry Cooper, that's not surprising since the fires mostly left public infrastructure untouched.
City Hall standing, school standing, didn't lose one business, library standing, all the churches are standing. So we're positioned well to help. But the devastation came to personal, individual properties.
The next option to look at to get FEMA funding is individual assistance. But McLean says that depends on how many homes don't have insurance. As of Tuesday's meeting with commissioners, about 40 homes were found to not have insurance. But there are about 200 homes they don't have insurance data on.
The numbers that we have right now, if we were to submit today with only 40 homes, we would not get approved.
But according to Mayor Cooper, she says the thought process to turn to FEMA first needs to change.
But when we go to big government first, it takes the longest. The process is complicated. It's not straightforward.
Right now, local officials have until October 21st to submit the individual disaster declaration.
Now, county commissioners also found out on Tuesday that an application's been made to the Department of Commerce to try to get $2.5 million through the Rapid Response Program, specifically for debris management. In the studio, Cody Proctor, KREM 2 News.